thinking about something. When I see someone throw a cup or a wrapper on the street, part of me thinks, that's not great. But another part of me thinks, honestly, it's not that big of a deal.
Most people probably feel the same way. Small mistakes rarely create strong feelings of guilt. That's part of what makes them easy to ignore.
Exactly. And if we worried about every small mistake we make, life would become exhausting. Wouldn't it?
Maybe, but here's something interesting. Most people see themselves as decent people. At the same time, they regularly make small exceptions for themselves. Why do you think that happens?
Maybe it's because the consequences are small? Littering and stealing aren't remotely the same thing. The amount of harm is completely different.
The consequences are certainly different. But I wonder whether the thoughts that come before those actions are sometimes surprisingly similar. Things like, just this once. Everyone does it. No one will notice.
That's true. Those thoughts sound familiar. I've probably used some version of them myself.
Exactly. Perhaps the most important question isn't how large the action is. Perhaps it's the way we learn to give ourselves permission.
But nobody can be perfect. If we're constantly watching ourselves, wouldn't that make us anxious? Wouldn't we become overly rigid? Perfection isn't the point. Everyone makes exceptions. Everyone compromises. The interesting question is what happens when those exceptions slowly become habits. Because once something feels normal, the line we once refused to cross can begin to move. So major wrongdoing doesn't usually appear all at once? Often it doesn't. People rarely change overnight. More often, they change gradually. One justification at a time. One permission at a time. If that's true, how should we live? I don't want to spend my life constantly judging myself. You don't have to. The goal isn't self-punishment. The goal is awareness. Every now and then, it's worth asking, what am I becoming comfortable with? Not because we're trying to become perfect, but because small habits often shape us more deeply than dramatic moments. People rarely transform because of a single dramatic decision. More often, they change through small moments repeated over time. Just this once. Sometimes that thought helps us move on. Sometimes it quietly changes who we're becoming. So maybe the real question is this: what am I slowly becoming comfortable with?